You're sitting quietly. Your cat is purring in your lap. You are petting her gently, and then, bam, she bites you. Is she bad? Is she mean? Is she ungrateful? No. She was telling you something the entire time, and you just didn't know how to hear it. After this video, your cat will never bite you during petting again. This behavior has a name. Veterinary behaviorists call it petting-induced aggression, and it is one of the most misunderstood interactions between cats and owners in the entire world. Most owners think their cat is unpredictable,
where are you going?
moody, sometimes even mean. But your cat is none of those things. She was communicating precisely and clearly every single time. The problem was never her message. The problem was that nobody taught you how to read it until now. 1. What is really happening when your cat bites you mid-pet? Here is the simplest way to understand why your cat bites during petting. Think about tickling. When someone tickles you, the first few seconds feel fine, maybe even nice, but keep going. And within moments, that same touch goes from pleasant to unbearable. You want it to stop immediately. You would grab their hand if you could. Your cat experiences something almost identical. Scientists call it overstimulation, but forget the technical word. Think of it as the tickle effect. Cats have an extraordinarily sensitive nervous system. Their skin is packed with nerve receptors far more densely than human skin. What feels like gentle, loving strokes to you can, after a certain point, register in your cat's body as overwhelming, irritating, almost electric. She is not being dramatic. She's not being ungrateful. She simply reached her limit, and the only tool she has to make you stop is her teeth. Every cat has a different limit. Some tolerate long petting sessions happily. Others reach their point in 30 seconds flat. Neither is broken. Both are completely normal. The bite is not an attack. It is a boundary. And the moment you start seeing it as a boundary, everything changes. If you want more videos like this, subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. The tickle effect explains the bite. But point 2 reveals something that will genuinely surprise you. Your cat was warning you the entire time. You were just missing the sign. 2. Why your cat was warning you and you missed every sign. This is the most important point in this entire video because the bite never comes without warning. Never. Your cat was signaling her discomfort for seconds, sometimes minutes, before her teeth reached your hand. Here are the exact signs she was sending. And pay close attention because these are the moments you want to freeze on screen and study. The tail flick. A relaxed cat has a still or slowly moving tail. The moment you see the tail begin flicking, short, sharp, rapid movements from the tip, that is warning 1. She's telling you her limit is approaching. When the tail starts lashing in wide, sweeping movements, that is your final warning. You have seconds before the bite, skin rippling. Watch her back and sides carefully while you pet her. Look at this specific movement. When the skin begins twitching or rippling, moving like a wave under her fur, her nervous system is registering overstimulation. This is the most reliable early warning most owners never notice. If you see this, stop immediately. Ear rotation. Relaxed ears face forward. The moment they begin rotating sideways or pressing backward, she is telling you something is wrong. This can happen within seconds of the tail flick. Sudden stillness. A cat who is loose and relaxed suddenly becoming rigid and still is not settling in deeper. She is bracing. Her muscles are preparing for action. Head turning toward your hand. When she turns to look at your hand during petting, she is monitoring, not curiously. She is watching the thing causing her discomfort. This is almost always the last visible sign before the bite lands. Have you ever seen your cat's skin twitch or ripple during petting and not known what it meant? Tell me in the comments right now. I read every single one. The signs are clear once you know them. Point 3 explains why some cats bite faster than others, and one reason in particular that most owners never think to check. 3. Which bites faster, and what is actually driving the difference. Not every cat reaches her limit at the same speed. Here is what actually drives the difference. Early life experience. Cats handled gently and consistently during their first 7 weeks develop higher tolerance for touch. Cats who miss that window or experience negative handling early carry lower thresholds their entire lives. Stress levels. A cat living in a high-stress environment carries elevated cortisol constantly. Elevated cortisol directly lowers sensory tolerance. The same cat, calm versus stressed, will have measurably different petting thresholds. If your cat has become bitier recently, look at what has changed in her environment before assuming it is purely behavioral. Pain, and this one matters most. A cat who previously tolerated long petting sessions and suddenly begins biting much earlier is sending a medical signal. Arthritis, skin conditions, dental disease, and internal discomfort all dramatically lower sensory tolerance. A sudden change in biting threshold is a veterinary conversation, not a behavioral dismissal. Do not miss this one. The reasons behind the threshold are clear. Point 4 gives you the exact techniques that prevent the bite before it ever happens. 4. How to pet your cat without ever getting bitten again. These are not guesses. These are behaviorally tested techniques that work because they work with your cat's nervous system instead of against it. Respect the safe zones. The base of the ears, cheeks, under the chin, and base of the tail. These are where cats naturally scent rub each other. Contact here feels social and safe. The belly, lower back, and limbs are high sensitivity zone, where overstimulation happens fastest. Start safe. Stay safe until you know your cat's specific tolerance map. Stop before the signs appear. End every petting session while your cat is still relaxed and still wanting more. This sounds too simple. It is the single most effective technique available. Ending while she is happy builds positive association with petting, rather than the dread that builds when sessions always end in a bite. Let her initiate. A cat who climbed into your lap by choice is already in a receptive state. A cat whose contact was initiated while she was resting deeply is starting from a neurological disadvantage. Wait for her to come to you. The 2-stroke pause. For cats with very low thresholds, stroke twice, then pause completely. Watch her respond. Leans in or stays relaxed. Continue. Any warning sign appears, stop. Applied consistently over weeks, this technique gradually extends tolerance. Never punish the bite. Punishment increases stress, destroys trust, and lowers tolerance for every future interaction. It teaches her that petting leads to conflict, making the next bite come faster, not slower. The techniques work immediately. But point 5 addresses something deeper, rebuilding trust, when the biting pattern has already been going on for a long time. 5. When trust breaks down, and how to rebuild it completely. For some owners, the biting has been happening for months or years. Your cat braces when you reach for her. You hesitate before touching her. What should feel loving has become something both of you approach with quiet tension. This is completely repairable, but it requires a full reset. Stop all petting for 1 to 2 weeks. Be present near her.
Kitty.
Talk to her. Offer treats from your hand. Sit beside her without reaching for her. Rebuild the association between your proximity and safety without any petting pressure at all. Reintroduce contact through play first. A wand toy session releases endorphins and builds positive association with your presence through movement rather than touch. A cat who associates you with play approaches your hand from a completely different emotional state. Mark the good moments. When petting occurs without tension, even for 5 seconds, follow it immediately with a high-value treat. You are building a new association. Petting ends with something wonderful. Over repeated sessions, this genuinely rewires the response. Trust is not rebuilt in one session. It is rebuilt in dozens of small moments where nothing goes wrong. Each moment deposits into an account, and eventually that account is full enough that petting feels safe again for both of you. 6. Where this all leads. The final truth every cat owner needs. Here's the mindset shift that makes every technique in this video actually work. Your cat was never unpredictable. She was never mean. She had a precise, honest, consistent communication system, and you simply had not been taught to read it. Now you have been. Watch the tail flick. Feel for the skin ripple. Notice the ear rotation. Keep sessions short. Respect the safe zones. Let her initiate. Stop before the warning arrives. And when the bite does not come, when you feel her stay relaxed and heavy in your lap and choose to remain, you will understand exactly what that costs her to give. A creature wired for self-protection, choosing trust. That is not small. That is everything. The owners who make this shift describe a complete transformation in their relationship. Not because their cat changed, because they finally started listening. Your cat chose your lap. Out of every surface in your home, she chose you. Honor that choice by learning her language completely. Because a cat who feels truly understood never needs to bite to be heard. Final thoughts. Your cat was speaking the entire time. The tail, the skin, the ears, the stillness. Now, you speak her language. Watch the sign. Use the techniques. Rebuild the trust. And let every petting session from today forward be something she chooses because she knows it is safe. Share this with every cat owner you know, because every cat deserves an owner who finally understands what she has been trying to say.